So, hey guys, Chelsea here. So yeah, finally, I literally just finished recording a video talking about the upcoming JP Super Sugo Fest and Super Sugo Fest in general. Then I just stopped recording, go to the Discord, and I see that we got more info, so I was like, shit, I need to re-record. So okay, here we are. But yeah, it all started with this tease of Yamato coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise. It's a pretty fun tease. In Japanese, they take one of Yamato's famous lines and add some One Piece Treasure Cruise to it. Basically, it's Kimi o matteta, suto matteta, cho sugoi kimi o. So it's like, yeah, I've been waiting for you, I've always been waiting for the legendary you. So yeah, it's a pretty funny change to Yamato's famous line there in the introduction. But yeah, we know it's going to be a One Piece Volume 100 campaign, big One Piece event. They've been doing the videos on YouTube and everything too. Then we got some more info from Jump, so we'll go through that right there. The info we get here is that it's going to be a Super Sugo Fest, Cho Sugo Fest. There's no mistaking it there. And we also have Yamato here. And we know this. It literally says Yamato. It says Soshite Yamato mo Sansen. Yamato is also going to appear. And then it says there's going to be a Super Sugo Fest. It's hard to see. I presume it says Gente. That's usually the wording. It basically means limited, but yeah, I can't really see with that text. But it's safe to assume that Yamato is Super Sugo Fest exclusive. We're getting one more legend, page 1 and Ulti. It's 100% confirmed that they're a legend. We don't know anything more than that. My personal assumption is that page 1 and Ulti will be a Super Sugo Fest exclusive, and that they will be a dual unit. Super Sugo Fest exclusive is because they will be debuting on a Super Sugo Fest banner. I see no reason to debut a legend on a Super Sugo Fest banner and not make them Super Sugo Fest exclusive. Like, I'd love if they weren't, but let's just be realistic here. And duo unit, like, if we look at legends, every duo unit that is a legend in the game is a duo unit, nothing else. Like, we do have some units we expected to be duo units, but turned out to be super type. But all of those units were like quotation mark crew units, like more than 2 units. If it's a duo unit on a legend, it has always been a duo unit, so I'm just assuming that as well. So yeah, that's my guess there. As for Sasaki, Who's Who, and Black Maria, yeah, we don't really know. I'd presume rare recruits for them. And then we'll see what like the point event is and such. Maybe a raid 2. Arena should be coming up too. Like, there should be stuff like maybe a extra egg to round out the Tobiroppo crew and such. And yeah, that's like all the info here. And we also have just a confirmation that there will be a login bonus where you can get gems and such. But yeah, let's jump into the fresh info that we got from Guy Evans' Twitter. Always worth paying attention to. And yeah, we got a lot more info here. We get the Yamato art. Apparently this is the evolved art. Don't quote me on that though. Text here says Yamato mo Tojo. So Yamato is also appearing. It says that you will be able to get 1 free multi. Pretty expected. And here's the logo for the Sugo Fest. It's the One Piece Hyakkan Omedetou Cho Sugo Fest. So basically the One Piece, congratulations to 100 volumes Super Sugo Fest. And we also get the dates here. Starts the 5th of September. I was a bit surprised by that. And the Sugo Fest continues until the 19th of September. So that's pretty short. I'm a bit weirded out by that, because if you look at the Shonen Jump here, it says that it will last until the 10th of October, but here it says it will last until the 19th of September. So that's a bit big difference, but maybe it means the event. I'm honestly not sure. But yeah, that's all the info we have. I really didn't want to make the video to talk about this. I'll probably talk more about it when we know actual info, which will be soon. But what I really want to talk about is the big revelation that this is going to be a Super Sugo Fest. Like, I'm personally not surprised about it. It was always my prediction. I maybe not mentioned it on YouTube, but at least on Discord and such, I've been a huge advocate of September Super Sugo debuting Yamato. It made perfect sense. It's happening, so that's nice. But the big deal for me here is that we finally have a very clear idea about how Super Sugos will work going forward. Okay, so basically we will have 3 Super Sugo Fests per year. The first will be the New Year Super Sugo Fest, January 1st. Last year, this year rather, we debuted Roger and Odin there. Then we'll have a Super Sugo Fest in the middle of May for the JP Annie. This year it was Law, Luffy and Kid, which is coming to Global next week. And then we'll have a September Super Sugo, which will be some random event they make up just to have one more Super Sugo Fest for the year, because like the wait between New Year and JP Annie isn't that bad. It's relatively short. It's like it's a bit over 5 months, so it's pretty long, but it's manageable. But then the wait between JP Annie and New Year, we're talking like 7.5 months. It's a very long time to wait for a new Super Sugo Fest. So it makes sense to have some kind of stopgap Super Sugo Fest, because like also with the anime, like they've been talking about keeping up more with the anime with Legends, and sometimes they want to release Super Sugo Fest just to drum up the hype more. So like with Yamato here, if we didn't do a Super Sugo Fest Yamato here, it will probably be for the new year, and it wouldn't be as special, and you wouldn't be able to like bring in the anime crowd in the same way. So yeah, makes perfect sense to have a third one. But the cool thing is that we know now. We know that this will probably be what they stick to going forward. Like you can never be super sure. Like Bandai has been good of devaluing stuff, so it can be that they make them even more common in the future and Super Sugo Fest stops meaning anything. But I do feel like they've been pretty good at sticking with this very restrictive availability, and I think it's doing them well. Like there is some real FOMO with Super Sugo Fest, like you don't want to miss out, and it only really works if they are as limited as they are right now. So yeah, personally speaking, it's just nice to know, since you can plan long term with this in mind. And it's even more important for Global now, because this is the schedule we'll follow starting end of December. We'll know when we reach 2022. We know that we'll have 3 Super Sugo Fest. We have one early January, we got middle of May, and sometime in September. Like we know it, we can plan around that. So like no more like Global Annie, French Annie, New Year. Now it's New Year, JP Annie, September. So it's not like a very big difference. It's a few months here and there. Personally speaking, Super Sugo Fest is the worst part of OPTC right now. I am not a fan at all. And it's not because they are limited. I am fine with Kizuna Legends. I am fine with Treasure Map Legends. I'm fine with Power Rumble Legends. I'm not really fine with Super Sugo. And the reason for this is basically that even if the other legends are also limited, they rerun regularly on different Sugos with different rate ups, with different legend pools, so you can jump in when it fits you. Like there is, like even if they are limited, there is no real FOMO, like with Super Sugos. You can just bide your time, and like, yeah, if I change my mind or if I feel like it, I can jump in a bit earlier or later. Like, it's fine. I know I get my chance pretty soon. But with Super Sugo Fest, it's take it or leave it. We'll debut these pretty nice units here. Pick them up now if you want. If you don't, yeah, you have to wait at least 4 months. And yeah, that's just how it is. And we just have to live with that. And the worst part is that we don't know the legend pool on the next Super Sugo Fest. And we just have to live with whatever legend pool we get. Like, let's say on the upcoming JP on Global, like with Law, Luffy, and Kid. Let's say I go for Kid. Like, if I go for anyone, it will probably be Kid because I think he's the coolest unit. But let's say then for New Year, when the Global should get its next Super Sugo. Like, what if Kid is together with the unit I really want from that Sugo? Because let's face it, like, Yeon Law, Luffy, and Kid Sugo, Roger and Odin were on every single part, and that was cool. But long term, that's not sustainable. They're not going to keep doing that. There's not going to be like, oh, part 2, and there's 20 Super Sugo Fest exclusives. Like, no, they won't be that many. So they will need to start spreading them out. I'm assuming it will happen starting with this Yamato Super Sugo Fest. And of course, probably Ulti and Page 1 2 will be Super Sugos. So I would be very interested to see the legend pools for this. I will definitely talk about that when we know. But yeah, I am just afraid that the legend pools, like, it will be too much of a lottery. Like, legend pools matter so much. Like, with the new system, like, it can be like any Sugo Fest. Like, it can be a good Sugo depending on the pool. Like, on Global, we got Ichiban Kuji coming. That part with Weezy Blackbeard and We2 with Rebecca. And then potentially being 40% chance for me to pull on the 4th multi. Like, that's a super filler Sugo that suddenly becomes really good for me personally. And I can see myself doing 4 multis just for that pretty decent chance of getting a new legend. But like, on Super Sugo Fest, like, I don't know. And I have to live with what I get. And it will probably not be good, because when you don't lack a lot of stuff, the chance of getting a bad pool is just bigger. And it's just a headache personally. And yeah, I just need to live with that and plan around that. Like, personally, I'll probably be skipping the last tap debut Sugo, like Law, Luffy, and Kid. Like, we'll see. I'm open to it. I'll check out how part 1 looks. Like, if part 1 gets buffed on Global, kind of like how part 1 got buffed on Moria and Witcher Blackbeard Sugo, I can imagine YOLOing on that, trying it out. But for now, I'm skeptic. I'm just going to pick up the Anniversary Girls, who are also Treasure Map boosters. And then go hard for New Year. One thing I want to say about New Year, though, is that we need to remember for Global, this September Super Sugo on JP, it will be in a very awkward spot for Global. I've not really done the math, but I think it's like either like middle of January or middle of February, if we follow schedule. And that sounds iffy as hell. The way I imagine it works is that they'll just move it to the New Year Super Sugo Fest, so Global get both the new JP Super Sugos as well as Yamato and Ulti and Page 1. That makes the most sense for me. It will also hype the Global player base, and you don't need to have like a Super Sugo shortly after another, and Global can start living with us rarely getting Super Sugos at all, just like JPR at the moment. So yeah, that's my take on that. But yeah, we'll see when we get more info. Should be pretty soon if it starts on the 5th. But yeah, I feel like I've said everything I want here. So yeah, I think I'll call it a day here. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.